Oh man, it's hot.
It is hot, man. The sun, I feel like it's just burning my skin off.
Really?
It Welcome to Demolition Ranch. We are glad that you came and stopped by today. I have a very cool gun that I think you're really going to like. It's called the Chiappa Rhino. It's a gun that I've wanted to get my hands on for a very long time because it's very unique. It's special. It does something different than all other guns that I've ever put my hands on before. You can tell why they call it the Rhino. It kind of has a look like a rhinoceros with that horn up front. Very interesting gun. Now, why does it look like that? What's the point, Matt? This is a regular revolver versus the Rhino. So this is a very common style here. This is Smith & Wesson 357 Magnum. This Rhino is also chambered in 357 Magnum, but you can just tell right off the bat it looks way different. And that's because the Smith & Wesson fires out of the top of the cylinder. So the cylinder comes up with a live round and the hammer hits it and it fires out of the top. This one actually fires out of the bottom of the cylinder. And you can see right there that the barrel is down low, much lower than here. The barrel is a lot lower set on the Rhino. So when you fire a revolver, all that force is kicked back this way and it is above my hand, so the force comes back like that and pushes the gun up. That causes that recoil every time you shoot. Versus a Rhino, the barrel is in line with my hand right here, and so it pushes the recoil more straight back instead of popping the gun. There's probably a good 2 inches from the top of the gun where that barrel is to where my hand is. Versus this, the barrel is in line with the top of my hand. By the way, we kind of already showed you a similar instance. This is the Hudson H9, and it looks a little different, and that's because they've pulled the barrel as low down as they could, and they have set like the guide rod and everything down here just to bring as much of that moving momentum down. Same premise, so that it's going into your hand and not above your hand, causing that muzzle flip. So this is sort of the automatic version of that idea. This is the revolver version of that idea. We're gonna test both. I'm gonna shoot the classic revolver first, and then the Rhino, and then back to this, and then the Rhino again, so we can kind of compare. And so what I want you to be looking at is muzzle flip. How much this gun pulls up. Your mom always told you to not only tell the truth, but to tell the whole truth, right? So I feel like I need to come clean. I did not tell you guys the whole truth. I was afraid if you knew the whole truth, you would tell Mare, my wife, and she doesn't need to know the whole truth. So you guys know I got the new OD green Chiappa Rhino, right? Okay. So the whole truth is I actually got 2 Rhinos. So my plan was I just needed an OD green one. I wanted the green one. It looks tactical and it's a little small and like you can conceal it and stuff. And then I found out that Chiappa also offers a full-size Rhino in gold. This is the Chiappa full size, I think it's a 6-inch barrel, and it's gold. Let's do a little test. I'm gonna load up the Smith & Wesson with 3 rounds and the Rhino with 3 rounds, and we are going to fire them as fast as I can with one hand. We'll look at slow motion on that and see how much flip they have. This should be a little more fair test because the barrels are a little closer in size than with the little shorty here. Look how good they look. So look at these sights. Can you see, are you in focus? They have the fiber optic sights, like nice outdoor target sights on this beautiful gold and wood gripped Rhino. I love everything about it. And it's gold! First up is the classic revolver, 357 Magnum. We're doing a one-handed, fairly fast 3-shot burst here. Okay, a little bit of kick, but nothing too crazy. And now we're gonna go ahead and do the same thing for the Rhino. Now we know it works. The theory of bringing the barrel down into line with your hand will definitely reduce the muzzle flip. Maybe I want to carry a 357 mag revolver instead of a 9mm. Let's do a little test to test the differences between a 9mm cartridge and a 357 Magnum. Because, for those who don't know, the actual bullets in the end of the cartridges are nearly identical in diameter and weight. The only difference is the size of the case. So we can put a lot more powder in a 357 Magnum, which makes this bullet go much faster, causing much more damage. So let's test some penetration, because we all love a little bit of penetration in our life. We are first gonna shoot paper. Looked like we went through and hit the back one. I don't know if it went through the back one though. And our 357. 9mm. Straight through. It looks like we entered in here in the back one, and it's still in there. I can feel bullet. There's still bullet in there. 357 went in and didn't go through. Very interesting. The 357 totally stopped. I can feel it in the first one. The back one is totally unscathed. Was not expecting that. I think it's because it opened up. That 357 Magnum is a jacketed hollow point, whereas the 9mm was a full metal jacket. So our 357 opened up and stopped a lot sooner. The more we know. I think I called that last one a jacketed hollow point. It wasn't a jacketed hollow point, it's just a partially jacketed bullet. It's soft tip. It has lead on the very tip, and then it's got the copper jacket. So I didn't really think that went through. We were doing a penetration test with a full metal jacket, slower moving bullet, and a faster soft tip. And so that speed is gonna help bring that bullet apart. Plus, it's not full metal jacket, so that's gonna help bring it apart too. And that's why it stopped so early, is that it was going so fast and it was more malleable, spread open. Dumped a bunch more energy in that first load of paper, but then couldn't make it out and into the next one. Let's do 9 first. On the left, 357 Magnum. On the right. So let's go ahead and pop a watermelon with the 9 and see how it compares to 357 Magnum. So 357 Magnum versus watermelon. Oh man, I've been calling 357 Magnum is gonna be better every time, and it's really barely any different. Let's see if the exit wounds look different though. Very different. So I think you can kind of tell there. So the 9mm goes in there, and it definitely busts open the insides of these. They have a lot of water in them, and so that shockwave tears up the watermelon and makes it all kind of soft and squishy. 357 Magnum did a much better job. Even though it had a small hole in the beginning, it busts through here pretty well with all that energy and makes all this just really nasty and gross. I have one more thing that's really cool that I want to shoot. You guys are gonna like it, and it means a lot to one of you guys, a viewer. But first I want to thank our sponsor, Dollar Shave Club. You get this little kit, which is very nice, comes with a premium weighty metal handle. You get a full cassette of 4 cartridges, very nice blades here. You also get trial sizes of Dr. Carver's shave butter, their Wanderer body wash, and their One Wipe Charlie butt wipes. I've been using Dollar Shave Club products for a long time. They're more than just nice razors. I don't shave obviously up here because I like to grow this super thick, luscious beard. The ladies love it. My wife, basically, that's it. But I do shave my neck because I can grow an awesome neck beard. Like, it's intense. Or you can go to the store and you look at the big wall of overpriced, not great quality razors, and it's just kind of overwhelming. So I just prefer to get it shipped to my door because it comes in a very nice package. And this is the Daily Essentials Starter Kit. It's only $5 for new users if you use the URL dollarshaveclub.com/DemoRanch. It goes to support what we do here, and you get an awesome kit. And if you like it, replacement blades are only a few dollars a month. The next and final thing that we are going to shoot was sent to me by one of you guys, and it's a very meaningful thing that he's probably tired of, and he wanted me to get even with it. So this is from a viewer named Andrew, a young boy, And Andrew had a condition called pectus excavatum, where basically his chest and his sternum was caved in, and so it made it hard for him to breathe. It made his heart not work as well, and so he actually went and got a procedure. But first, let me show you the before pictures. I'm not going to say his last name or show his face because I'm not sure he wants that to be said, but his name is Andrew. This is him. You can see sort of that his chest is sort of caved in the middle. Here is another picture, makes it a little easier to tell that it's caved in right there in the middle. So his sternum is bending in toward his chest. And then you can see this x-ray of him, and you can tell he has a little bit of hardware in there. So eventually he outgrew this hardware and it fixed his chest. So here is a slightly older picture of Andrew, and you can see his chest looks like a normal kid's chest. So it's fixed. You can see his little scar there too. So here is what was in my man Andrew's chest. This is a little titanium rod and a little holder over here. And this not only went under his skin, it went under his ribs, touching his lungs. This thing was in his chest for a long time, straightening out that sternum as he grew so it could harden into a normal sternum and he could function normally, breathe normally, his heart could beat normally. And Andrew wants me to throw some bullets through this, and I will happily oblige. He also wants me to send it back to him when we're done so he can have this little memento of what was inside his body, and then Demo Ranch took care of it for him. Okay, we're gonna do 9mm first. I think it's going to not go through, but I think it'll put a good dent in it. It went really far. Where did you go, little rod? I mean, if I lose this thing, that was probably like a $5,000 rod. So hopefully I find it. I'll be right back. Found it. I was basically standing right on it when I turned the camera off. Look at that. So, I mean, that's a pretty good shot, right? Like, hit right there, bent it over, and launched it. Andrew, don't put this back in your chest unless you want your sternum to really be jacked up. Let's go ahead now and fire a .357 Magnum out of the gold gun and see what she does to this. Round 2. Same place. It's stuck in the ground. Okay, check this out. It's meant to be. It just freaking stuck into the ground. So that was our 9 there. That is the .357 Magnum. There you go, Andrew. I made it into an M for Matt. You're welcome. Andrew, you're a hero, buddy. Glad you're doing better. Glad this is not in your body anymore. And he wants me to send it back to him. So I'll drop this in the mail and you can put it up on your wall and remember when Matt shot you in the chest. If I would have shot you in the chest, this would have saved your life. I didn't think about that. That's pretty cool too. Not that I would ever shoot you. If you're a bad guy, you know what I mean. What do you guys think about the 2 new revolvers? Are they not amazing? If you had to choose, which would you pick? The smaller, more compact OD green, or the big and flashy gold long barrel? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching Demolition Ranch. I love you, and I'll see you next time. Contact! That's a great idea. What about the quad hawk? No, don't move, don't move. Bobby? I'm a doctor. Ish.